Hello. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect in Tanzania. Welcome to the live stream. Now my light is acting up. Okay, lights. It's okay. I had a backup plane. Hi. Hey sis, how are you doing? Decided to do a live. Hey, hello. Welcome. Keep your head up. 9510. Welcome. Decided to do a live stream to chit chat and see what everybody up to. Oh, you just got home? Perfect time. Oh, congrats, sis. I know they were shocked. Thank you, sis. Thank you. I know they was in shock, sis, when you turned in that notice there. Yes, freedom. You gonna feel even. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell all your business, but yeah, freedom is a good. It's a good feeling. Super excited to come to you and to chat with you to see what you got going on. I am in the beautiful Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, where I am free, I feel safe, and I have peace, and I feel freedom over here. So yes, it's not perfect, but it's not involved in this Israel-Iranian war. We're not involved in that. That's not our business. But y'all know every country got something popping off every now and again. But yeah, I don't want to be in no country that's in war, going to war with nobody. Yeah, the plan. Yes, it's over. Yes, you will. Yes. Everybody tap the like. Looks like I have 3 people in. You are very welcome to the channel. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect in Tanzania. If you don't know, I left America back in 2020. I'm a native of New Jersey and decided to leave it all behind and relocate to Tanzania, Africa. And I have been here 5.5 years, going on 6 years. I have accomplished a lot. I have learned a lot. I have learned the language, Swahili. I'm just doing a lot, and I'm grateful that I left when I did, because now I'm seeing what's going on in the States, and I don't want no part of it. I'm very, very glad that I am not there, and yeah, I don't regret it. It's the best decision I've ever made, and I'm praying that the ones that want to come out of America, that they get that opportunity to leave and have the opportunity to experience living in another country outside of America, KKK. Best life. All praise to the Most High. Yes, I'm loving it. And I am here to help those who are interested. If you want to visit, you want to try to resettle, you want to do business, or whatever you want to do, is those things I've actually done living here in Tanzania 5.5 years. So I had to learn a lot. I had to adjust. I had to learn the people, learn how they do business, learn a lot of things. But it's a rewarding experience. It's been the happiest I've been in a long time. The safest I felt. Yeah, they had some issues here during the election, but we stayed inside. We minded our own business. We followed the rules or the laws in the country, and yeah, so all is well. But if this is not the country you want to come to, just find some country that's outside of America KKK because of the possible sleeper cells, because of the possible retaliation. All these mass shootings, and I don't know if it's a false flag. I don't know if it's a sleeper cell. I mean, it's just not safe. People raging out. Hey, Yakisha, see you soon in TZ. Yakisha, we're going to have to get together. And when you get here, we're going to maybe have to do lunch or tea or coffee and chit chat. I want to hear about your experiences back in America KKK. Yeah, but so far I see some people that's coming to TZ on here, and you are very welcome, and we can't wait. We can't wait till y'all come through. We cannot wait. The people here, please thumbs up the live stream. Thank you, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. You're very welcome. I just share my life of being and living here in Tanzania. I am a native to New Jersey in America. I am a Black American, African American, born and raised in the U.S., but I know my descendants derived from the continent. I know they were dispersed at the four corners of the earth over 400 years ago, stolen from Africa and enslaved, taken to America to become enslaved in America. So yeah, that's my history in a nutshell, and that's who I am. So I decided to relocate, resettle, move back to the continent, and so I decided to come back, and now I created a company, and I do business, and yeah, and so not only online business, but I do I have a physical company, and so yeah, I do business, a lot of different streams of income. So when you decide that you do want to leave America and resettle, come back, move back to whatever country you decide you want to go to, just have to have a plan. Connect with other people. That's the first thing. Make sure you're connected with brothers and sisters who are from the same place you're from. And yes, I have 2 channels. I have a backup channel. What is it, like starting all over in the motherland? Starting over in the motherland is my backup channel, and on that channel, it's not about business so much. It's more about my personal relationship experiences and things that I've learned being here, and just my life outside of the things I do here. It's like talking about my life here, talk about some political stuff here, but the political stuff that I talk about is what's going on in America, things that affect or impact my brothers and sisters in America. And I'm encouraging you to, even if you don't want to come back, affect or impact. Oops, let me turn this off. Even if you don't want to come to the continent, at least go somewhere, whether it's Thailand, whether it's the Caribbean, whether it's I don't know, Latin America, wherever you want to go, but just find somewhere else to go right now, because it's not safe in America right now for everybody. It's really not safe, and it's very expensive also. Keep your head up, 9510. She said, I'm super proud of you, sis. You inspire us. Oh, thank you. That's what I'm here for. I came ahead of my brothers and sisters to prepare the way. So now I've kind of worked through some kinks for you. So if you were to visit, you could get advice, and it would be smoother for you, and you won't have to go through some of the hiccups that some of us had to go through when we came, and we didn't have as many people here to give us advice. So, yes, Yakisha, I'm glad you're on your way back. I'm glad you're on your way back. Kelly Tebogo Masweo, welcome. Boo. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, this might be on your own in Africa will not work. Connecting with people is essential because people are communal, not isolated. That's right. They may, like, keep your head up, 9510 said, there could be just a window for you. If you're going to decide to leave, if you want to leave America, you better go ahead and get your ticket and leave before the window closes, before something major happens where everything is shut down. You won't be able to get out. When you leave America, you need to group with your people from wherever you're from, whether you're from the States, UK, Jamaica, or whatever. I would say diaspora group together, but noticing outside of America, it seems like the certain groups get along better with one another. I would say African Americans group with them. If you're from the UK, Black British group with them. Jamaicans group with them. So just group together with people like-minded, maybe from the same place, and then y'all live around each other, do business together, stick together, because at the end of the day, you're an outsider in all these other people's country, even though we know we from the continent. But, because of the passport, a lot of the locals don't see us that way. So we still have to have somewhat of a community. Yes, we do business with them. We live amongst them. We learn the language. We learn the culture. But we still need to have some people close to us that are a little bit more familiar. We speak English together. So if you want to be around people that know English without you having to have it like an interpreter, or if you don't know Swahili well, you get a little, tired of every time you try to talk to somebody, it has to be in Swahili and you're not as comfortable with it. You do have a group of people that are where you're from and y'all speak the same language. So that's helpful, beneficial. And then it keeps you from feeling like homesick too. If you have a few people around you from the same place, from America, you won't feel as homesick. It's lovely. 2025 experience in legal trouble. Pray for me. Wanted to go back. Okay, we'll keep you in prayer. Because
the 2025 experience.
I'm sorry,
in legal
y'all.
trouble.
I'm
Pray
on my
for me.
computer
Wanted to
here.
go back.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. I was looking at my notes on the computer and I accidentally unmuted it. So we will keep you in prayer. Smash the like button, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for entering the stream. And thank you for your support. If you have subscribed, thank you for your subscriptions. My people are being unsubscribed from the channel because I hadn't been doing videos. I stopped doing videos for a while. I was just doing lives because I was helping another sister that was here. And so during the day, my time that I do videos, I was missing the daylight, and I like to do it during the day. So I was doing more lives, and it seems like a lot of my subscribers have been going down, and I think YouTube is doing something, but I just been telling people, make sure you're still subscribed. You're very welcome. My goal is 9,000 subscribers. I'm at like 8,600 and something. So I'm grateful for that. So I wanted to just chat with you about now that, the Iranian war. Look at that cute heart. Thank you, sis. Floating heart. That's so cute. So I just wanted to talk to you about this war, family. It's a war going on, and Americans are on pins and needles because there could be, sleeper cells, all kind of false flags, and Iran is constantly threatening. They say it's not Iran. It says Iran. I'm gonna start saying Iran because it's not Iran. It's not like an iPhone. Iran is Iran. So Iran is threatening. But the good thing is, Iran knows who we are as Black Americans, and they don't have no problem with us. They don't have no problems with us. But if we are in there and you're in the wrong area at the wrong time, then things could impact you or affect you. But rumor had it, they were saying that they was going to hack the credit system, our system, and give all black Americans a high credit score, 800 credit score. That would be funny, and that would be nice. That would be very nice. But yeah, they can do some hacking though, so it's going to be a lot going on. The financial systems can be impacted or affected. Like, we started something that we're not going to be able to finish. We started something that Iran is going to finish for a fact. They're going to finish it. I know, Yakisha, it's time to go. G.O., it's time to go. Yes, they're waiting to release them sleeper cells. Yes, Shakisha, it's time to go. She said, I'm done. I know that's right. Ooh, y'all. I can't even imagine even going back there. Like, I have been here 5.5 years and I have not returned, family. Can you believe that? I have not returned. And all praises to our maker, our creator, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that I have not had to. I have figured out how to maintain. I figured out how to survive financially and stuff like that. So there are ways, and you can do it. It's not as easy as it would be in your home country, of course, because you have to look for streams of income. But if you group and partner with others and y'all work together, you live together, you pull your resources together, then everybody will be okay. Everybody will have a roof. Everybody will have food. Everybody will be able to manage until they figure out what they can do to stay long term. So, yeah. I know it's sickening. Yes, sis. Keep your head up, 9510. Yes, it's a faith walk. I am peace chase. I know that's right. My peace of mind is so important to me. That's right, Yakisha. Peace of mind, safety, freedom. I feel all that over here. Yes, like I said, they had some popping off during the election, but I stayed my butt inside too, and I followed what they said, and we came back out, and now everybody is pretty normal. Everything feels the same. I know within the country they have their own, they have their hurts and they have their feelings, but that's what they got going on, because even when we leave America and go to one country, we can leave and go to another country. Some people leave Tanzania, and if they're expats, they go different places. If they don't like it here, they go to Kenya. They don't like it there, they go to Uganda. They go to Rwanda. They go to Ghana. They go to Thailand. You can travel wherever. Once you're out, you can travel wherever you choose to travel. Of course, I recommend that you stay put, because the way things are going now, you may get stuck in whatever country that you decide that you want to go into. You can either get stuck in America or you get stuck out of America. And for me, I'd rather be stuck out than in. Donna Shaw, welcome. Hebrew predictions for the cell of the moon rock. Predictions for the Leo tribe potential. Is Sierra. Hi, Solar Soul. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. To you too. Is Sierra Leone in East Africa too? No, Sierra Leone is in West Africa. So it's on the other side of the continent. Solar Soul, we miss you. You need to come back through. I know y'all are, Solar Soul. Ready to get it. I know y'all are. Yakisha is too. Yeah, she on her way. She on her way too. A lot of people get I know that's right. I know that place is, y'all, you can see the writing on the wall. I ain't even got to say nothing. Y'all see what's going on. 59. Okay, Solar Soul. Okay, Solar Soul. He's counting down the days. Ain't no wrong with that. Y'all come out of there. Come out. It's time. Going back and forth. It's time. We're going to have to walk by faith. It's a faith walk. We got to trust our Father, our Maker, our Creator, to provide a way. You do what all you can do on your end, and we trust Him to make a way. As long as you grouping with others, and you have others in your community that you can hold on to, that you can stand with. Y'all can hold each other up. When one person don't have, then the other person might have, and somebody got a roof. Somebody gonna always have a roof. Like, you got to pull together. We're gonna have to live together, help each other, take care of each other. That's what I'm realizing more and more, being outside. So I may not be able to have, be the one to provide for everybody, but as a group, we can stand together and we can help one another, because we got to come out, family. We got to come out. Yes. 7 days. Yakisha said 7 days for me, and I'm out. Yep. Yakisha, you and keep your head up. Y'all about on the same schedule, because she on her way too. And when you get here, we're going to all have a meetup for coffee and chit-chat. Yes, we're going to have each other, because it ain't going to, when you come out this time, it ain't going to be no running back. Because you might be, you going to be stuck where you go. Wherever you go, you're going to be stuck. Yep. So, people coming out. I know I got 3 people on this live that's coming soon. So all praises to the Most High. 2 of them already been here, but but yeah, they coming back home. Yep, Tanzania is home to some of us. Like, some people, it didn't work out for them. They didn't really, it didn't work for them. They didn't really care for it or whatever. But for me, I haven't had any, issues in such a way that made me not want to be here, I had some scary situations, like that election situation. I was like, oh, do I need to be leaving? But then I started seeing that things are popping off everywhere. Look at what happened in the Middle East with our people. All those people over there not expecting something to happen. Everything happened so fast for them. They didn't even have time to try to plan to get out or anything. So things can pop off anywhere you are, but you don't want to be in a place that's like a hot seat. So America is a hot seat right now where she is a target because she targeted somebody else. So it's sleep. People are already there. Russians are there. Chinese are there. You even got probably Iranian folk there. Like everybody's there already. They don't have to shoot a missile. They're there already in the country. Yeah. Lakeisha, I'm returning back to my place of peace. Yes, let's go on, family. Fresh, yes, real food and healing to our soul. Yes, fresh food, family, fresh air, water, the ocean. You can go swimming whenever you get ready. You can just go to the beach every day, get healed, just sit back and just have your peace. You can pray and, just seek your Father's face in peace and not feel like somebody gonna drop a bomb on your head. You don't have to worry about that. They're doing a massive reset, the wicked powers that be. Yeah, the fake food. Yeah, I know y'all are tired of the fake food. Oh man. Yeah. They getting them. They coming, they bringing them over here. They're bringing them over here, but you can tell the difference. That's the good thing. You can tell the difference in the real food and the fake food because the real food is in more of abundance here. You got some Western companies over here and they selling all that imported and fake stuff, but I try to eat locally. I try to buy stuff that I know that's grown here in this country, in Tanzania. So that's how I try to avoid eating like imported foods and all that other stuff. So you may have to eat some stuff that's imported, but most of the fresh fruit and vegetables you can get is people that have farms here. People have fruit stands everywhere, fresh coconut, sugar cane juice, stuff that heals your body, stuff that, restores you from these different diseases and high blood pressure, low blood pressure, diabetes, all these ailments, cancers. We got all kind of natural herbs here where we have the soursops and soursop leaves and the moringa trees and the leaves and the neem tree. Like it's a lot of natural remedies, herbs and stuff that you can get here that they charge a lot to get sent to you in America. So Donnell Shaw says Jupiter, what? Wait, turn. Okay. I don't know. Donnell Shaw, know nothing about that type of stuff that you're talking. I have no idea about that. I worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I don't know nothing about that other stuff. So, I don't know. You're welcome to the live stream, but I don't know anything about this type of stuff you're talking about. I follow the biblical scriptures. So, he says, I'm growing my own food. The locals will be calling me Fundi. I know that's right, sis. Yes, we worship the Most High, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's it. All this other stuff, all this other spiritual stuff, if it's not in reference to our Maker, our Creator, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, yeah, we don't subscribe to that on this channel. But thank you for jumping in the live stream. But we don't subscribe to any of that other stuff. We don't do all that. We keep it strictly biblical, the laws, statutes, and commandments that on this channel. But you're welcome to the live stream. But yeah, you gotta eat. Keisha says she's gonna be growing her own food. They're gonna be calling her foodie. I know that's right. That's what it's all about, family. When you come, whatever country you decide to go to, whether it's here, some on a continent, and any developing country, if you decide, hopefully you're going to a developing country where you can acquire land, where you can grow your own food, because even in Thailand, they are highly advanced technologically wise. And so when it comes to the beast system and all that, it's gonna be easy for them to push that to people because they're so everything is tech savvy, everything is high tech, so it's gonna be easier to push it. But it's a very controlled environment. But see here, outside of those first world countries or whatever, we're in the developing countries where they still have off-grid living or land that's raw land where you can have solar panels, you can have your own borehole. Like, you don't have to be on these different systems that requires you to get be involved in the B system. If you choose not to, you can still survive outside of that system and it won't control you. You grow your own food, you have your own land. Yakisha, my Swahili is still about the same. I mean, I can function, but I can't. You speak way better than me, Yakisha. You speak way better Swahili than me. I'm still at the middle school level, and I'm not forcing myself to learn it like that, because the amount that I know, I get everything accomplished that I need. So that's why I guess I am at the state that I'm at. When I'm by myself, I know how to ask for everything. I know how to get everything that I need. If I can't say it, I have a translation app that I can, put it in there, and then I could, read it to them. So, yeah, it's a little bit better, but it's not as good as yours, Yakisha, for sure. Yakisha was speaking that Swahili. Yeah, mine ain't that good yet, Yakisha. Okay, keep your head up so she's learning. You got Duolingo. Yeah, Duolingo is good to start you off when you get here. When you're around locals, or we're around locals, I live around locals, and you learn a lot from them just being around them. Yeah, I use Google Translate. That's what I use. So that's what I'm saying. If I'm out and I need to say anything, anything out of the ordinary that I can't try, I can just Google Translate it. So, I mean, my Swahili is functional. I would say it's functional to where I don't need someone with me. If I travel to different regions and they don't know English, I can still function because I know how to ask for things that I need. The basic stuff. And if I can't, I have that Google Translate app. So make sure if you are planning on coming to Tanzania, you download that or upload the Google Translate app, and then you have English, and it converts it to Swahili, from Swahili to English, English Swahili, and then you can work on learning the different at least if you know the greetings, that's a start. But it'll help you in those rough times when you try to ask for something that you don't know how to say. Because that's the only time I really need it, is if I have to say something really out of the ordinary that I don't normally say. But for the most part, I function and I get around and I ask for the same stuff. I say some of the same stuff. I don't just chit chat, but I know the greetings. I know Grand Rising, good afternoon, good evening, hello, goodbye. Today, tomorrow, and the day after, the money up until like 20. I know I should know more than that, but I know from like 1 to 20. What else? I know how to just say how the certain fruits and vegetables that I like. I know how to say that, and so I know how to just function, just listening to how they speak. I say it the same way. I know how to address certain different people. So younger people, you address them one way. Elder people, you address them another way. Just certain statuses, you say a certain greeting for a certain status. And if it's a lower status, you say just a general basic. So I know those different nuances when it comes to greetings. Because it's not enough to learn the greetings, but you got to learn who to say what to. If it's an elder person, you wouldn't talk to an elder person like you talk to like a young person. And see me, I'm at that in-between age to where the younger people, I'm an elder, but then people around my age won't address me like an elder if they're around my age or older. So you just got to know what to say to what age range. So it's not enough just to know a general greeting and use it for everybody. And so I'm learning that part of what's appropriate for what age, and in conversation and mannerisms and how you address certain people. So yes, Yakisha, basic conversation will take you a long way. And they really like locals really like when you attempt to speak the language. They really love that. They just smile. They just love the fact that you're interested in learning and you're in their country. I have had some of them tell me that based on the amount of time I've been here, I should be speaking a lot more fluent than I am. And I've had several of them tell me that, but I was saying that I can function, like I can function with the level of Swahili that I speak. Everything I need to accomplish, I've been able to do with the level that I speak. So as I add different words in there, as I'm in a conversation or moving around and I'm learning different words by heart, because writing them down is one thing, but knowing where to take them off that page and apply them is a whole nother thing. So that's the part that I guess I'm working on, because I know a lot of different words, but I need to practice, adding them all together as I'm going back and forth, conversing with people. So, but I'm working on it. It's just every day you learn. As I've been here, I'm still learning every day, because it's a new experience, a new environment, and it's a learning experience. You forever learning until you leave this earth. So nobody has arrived in their learning. So you can always learn more, especially when you are in a country that's not your original country, native land. Africa is our native land, but like America, for example, and I'm in another country, then I'm going to be learning a while. Every day it's a learning experience. So I'm never going to feel like I have arrived. Why do Black Americans decide to come to Africa? Why? At Lion Taw, are you coming to take our minerals again? Okay, at Lion Taw, the reason that Black Americans are deciding to come to Africa is because we are originally from the continent. Our ancestors were stolen from Africa over 500 years ago, and they were taken to America and made slaves to take care of the Mzungus, the white people. So a lot of us are waking up to that true identity, and we want to move back to the continent somewhere. It's not a specific country, but wherever our spirit resonates is where we want to come back to live, to do business, to meet, learn the language, learn the culture. So it's not necessarily that Black Americans want to come back for any minerals, because we're coming back. We have our own money. Most of us have our own money. So we're not necessarily coming as miners or doing mining. Not many Black Americans are miners, meaning we're not trying to get minerals. Black Americans are not coming for minerals. Now that might be white Americans, so that might be other Europeans that are coming for minerals, because they are coming with the equipment. They want the minerals. We are not coming for minerals. We're coming to build a life. We're coming to, because Africa is the land of our forefathers and our ancestors. So that's why we're coming back. Like for me, I never thought about minerals when I decided to come back to the continent. I wasn't thinking about minerals. I was thinking about, I want to go back to the land of my ancestors, my forefathers, but I want to know which country is where my tribe is from. So Tanzania just happened to be the country that was open, which is why I decided to come. But initially I was going to go to South Africa. And I'm just talking to Lion Taw just to explain why we are coming back. And Lion Taw says, why are we welcoming them? I mean, why not? Why wouldn't people welcome us? Because we're not coming to, we're African. Our bloodline is on the continent. We were stolen over 500 years ago. I don't know if you know about the Arab slave trade. A lot of our ancestors were enslaved during the Arab slave trade, which was in East Africa, which is Bagamoyo, which is Slave Island, Prison Island in Zanzibar. So we have a direct link to the continent, which is why a lot of us want to come back. It's not necessarily that we're coming back for minerals, because I haven't even thought about minerals, to be honest. I mean, I know minerals are on the continent, and I know minerals are in Tanzania, but my area is not for minerals. I do consultations. And I have created a business, so I'm an investor in the country. So we're not necessarily coming back for minerals. We're coming back because we love the continent and we want to be in Africa where our people, our ancestors, forefathers sojourned. And we want to be around people who look like us as well. So that's why we're coming back. Yes, that's it. That's it. A lot of us are coming back because we're we're being called to come back. It's like kind of like a spiritual calling. So it's not that we're coming back to get something. Now that's Europeans, that's white people. Those are the people you should be lying tall. Those are the people maybe you should be asking why they're coming back. Because if you look at their history, they have a history of taking. They take minerals. They take human beings, just like they stole the Africans, our ancestors. They take. Black Americans have never taken anything from anybody as Black Americans. If anything, people have taken stuff from us. So if we decide we want to come back to the continent because our spirit resonates with the continent, our ancestors, forefathers derived from Africa, we want to come back and live somewhere on the continent because we want to build a house, because we want to do business, or we just want to be in an environment where we feel free and feel peace and we have safety. Whatever country it may be. It could be Tanzania, it could be Kenya, it could be Ghana. I mean, it's 54 countries on the continent. We just decide which country resonates with us. That's why we're coming back. I mean, the continent is free, and especially to the children that have been taken away, we are the descendants of those who have been stolen away over 400 years ago. So we do have a right to come back. But we do have to come back the immigration way. We got passports. We got to get residency permits, and some people get in citizenship. So we are doing it the right way. We're not just coming back for minerals. Yeah, Black Americans are not coming back just for minerals, because if you look at the ones that are over on the continent, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Tanzania, we have our own money. We are either building a house, we want to do business, or we're either investing. So we're coming with resources. We're not coming to take anything from anyone. So that's the difference in us and some of the Mzungus that come, or the Chinamen that come, or the other nations that come to the continent. They come to take. We don't come to take. We want to invest. We want to give. We want to build together. We want to get to know the continental Africans because we know we are African and we are from the continent. Yes, we were removed over 400 years ago and scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But a lot of us want to come back. People in Brazil and the Caribbeans, we're coming back from America, from the UK, Jamaica. We want to come back to the continent because we know we derive from Africa. So that's why we're coming back, and we should be accepted because we haven't done anything to anyone not to be accepted. We have never, Black Americans especially have never stolen land or taken nothing from nobody. So we do deserve to be able to come back, and we should be accepted back. Yes, Lakeisha said, I only care about living a peaceful life, and it's my inheritance to be. That's right. Yes, it's my motherland, and I deserve to be there. That's right. That's right. Yes, her children are returning. Exactly. You can look at us like at Lion Tall. You can look at us like the prodigal son story, in that, the one son went away and the father was calling, want the other. It's like two sons. One stayed at home and one went away, but the father always longed for the other one to come back. That other one is coming back, which is us. And sometimes the one that always stayed at home is feeling some kind of way about the other one, wondering why the father is loving the other one so much and inviting them to come back, but they're still a son as well. They're the prodigal son. They went away, but now they're coming back. So you can kind of look at us like that we should still be accepted, because the motherland is still our motherland, even though Our culture was stolen, language was stolen from us. A lot of us don't know which tribes we're from, but if you look at the features, you can tell by our features that we are African, that we look like certain tribes. Like I've been told that I look like three tribes here in Tanzania just by itself. So your features tell you, it's your DNA. It almost tells you where you're from. So we know we're Africans. That's why we're coming back. We want to get to know our motherland. D to paradise. Yes. Yes. We want to get to know our motherland. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, right? People tell me I look like Mchaga tribe. People tell me I look like Sukumu tribe. It's another tribe they tell me I look like. It's like they from Ethiopia, and they a lot of them they dwell here too, and I forget the name of that one. But that's three different tribes right here in Tanzania that I've been told that I look like. So what's wrong with me wanting to come back to the continent and live in a country that I look like the people, and I want to get to know them. I want to get to know their culture. I'm thinking, hey, this might be where this might be the tribe my ancestors sojourned in or with or is from. So that's why we're coming back. Yes, we are. We are Bantu people. Yes, we are. It's lovely said, do you believe that angels are guiding back African Americans? I believe, it's lovely. I believe it's a spiritual calling, not necessarily angels, but like a spiritual calling in your spirit, within yourself. I feel like the Father is calling us back home. It's like, your spirit, like for example, when I came to Tanzania and I landed, tears were rolling, streaming down my face. And I don't know why, when I landed, why I was crying, because I didn't feel like I wanted to cry, but I just couldn't stop crying. Every time I blinked, tears was like rolling down. It was just like, I feel like it was my spirit that was crying, or maybe, because our ancestors' blood is in us. So it could have been within us. Our DNA knows, our DNA, our blood, the blood is alive, and our ancestors' blood is in our veins. So things can happen spiritually to us, and we may not be able to explain it, but we know that we feel at home. Like I feel at home in Tanzania. I don't know why. I just feel like I was coming home to a place I'd never been, but it was my home. So that's a spiritual thing. That's like a spiritual connection or a spiritual pulling, the desire to want to go somewhere and you've never been there. But you from there. Your ancestors are from there. But it's pulling you. It's pulling you back. You can't even get peace. You can't sleep. All you're thinking about is moving back to the continent. That's a spiritual calling. So I ain't gonna say it's maybe angels, but it's definitely spiritual. Yes, D to paradise. Yes, the Father, His Spirit is calling us back home to where we arrived from, where our ancestors and forefathers sojourned or where they lived. So it's a spiritual thing that sometimes we can't explain it. Sometimes you got to feel it. When you come and you land, sometimes you can feel it's something about the way it feels, and you can't put it into words, but your spirit knows that you at home. It's like it resonates with you. Hi T2, hi. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. It's answering when our Bawa calls. This isn't about angels. This is answering when our Bawa calls. Like coming home. Yes, He's calling us back home to where we originate. Because I don't know if y'all know the Bible. Hopefully everybody have an idea, but in the last days, it says every man is going to return to every man is going to return to their original lands. So that's what I think is going on, y'all. I think that we're being called back to, it's like our spirit is being almost pulled back to where we originate from. And not that, for me, I don't know if it's Tanzania, but sometimes I feel like I'm at home here. I feel like I'm at home here. My spirit feels that way. Even though I have had issues and stuff went on, but I still feel more at home in Tanzania than I feel in America. And that's not normal if you think about it, because I was born and raised in America. I only came to Tanzania, only been here for 5.5 years of my life, but I feel more at home in Tanzania than I felt in America. So don't you think that got to be something spiritual? That's something spiritual because I can't even explain it to people. People ask me, I can't even explain. I'm like, I don't know why I feel this way, but I do. You know it's lovely. Oh, you're welcome. Second exit. Yes. This world is about to go crazy and the Most High is calling his people into the ark. Yes. Deed to paradise. I believe that. He's calling his people in the ark and he's putting us back where he wants everybody to be. Everybody's going to have a place that he wants you to be. But I think he's going, of course it's going to be the whole second Exodus. He's going to draw everybody where he wants them to be. But in the meantime, people are getting pulled in different directions to different places. So wherever you feel that you resonate in that specific country, there are people going to Ghana. There are people going to South Africa, Kenya, Thailand, Panama, different places. But they're leaving America. So just because they go into those places don't mean that they may stay. Like me, I may not stay in Tanzania. I may go somewhere else. It's not going to be off the continent. If I leave Tanzania, it's going to be in another African country. For me, I want to live around Africans. I've lived around other nations all my life, around Mzungus and them. I want to live around Africans for the remainder of my days. So somewhere on a continent, I will be, even if it's not Tanzania. Hot T2, love you too. South Africa for me. D to Paragraphs. I know I gotta visit SA. Me too. I gotta visit SA because I was initially I'm drawn to that. The only thing about SA, the only thing about South Africa to me is the Mzungus. That's the main thing. I think I'm like I left America because of this whole the treatment of how we was treated with these Mzungus, and I just can't see myself going to South Africa and then have to see them again. And I know what they say, it's not as bad, it's kind of different, but I don't want to really deal with them like that. I don't have to deal with them like that over here in Tanzania. Over here in Tanzania, it's more Arabs and Indians here. You got white people, but it's more Arabs and Indians, so I could deal better. I could deal better with them. They just different. Everybody got their issues, but I feel more comfortable in this environment than around a whole lot of Mzungus. To Paradise and stay out of Western Cape, LOL. I know that's right. But I heard Western Cape is beautiful. And then Western Cape, that place belongs to the Africans though. So it's just a pity. It's just sad, and it will hurt my heart to be in Africa and they running things like that. I think that would just hurt me. It would hurt me. I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see it. I know it's existing, but I just don't want to see it because I left America because of stuff like that, and then I'm gonna come to Africa and they got to see this too. I don't want to see that. It's lovely. Is Traore? Oh, definitely not supporting Trump. Traore is definitely not supporting Trump. I don't think. I saw that, it's lovely. I saw the deal, and I don't know, it's something with that. I don't know about that deal. It's a lot of different leaders do different things for different reasons. So I don't really know why. But he has a reason, and it could be not like what we think. It may not be like what we think. It could be, I don't know. I just don't know why. But yeah, I don't think it's what we think it is. He's definitely not aligning with Trump. He's definitely not like that with Trump. Just because they do deals don't mean that they really like each other. How many of us deal with people that we don't like all the time? How many of us work with people and that we really don't like? So sometimes you have to deal with people and work with people because of work systems and whatever diplomatic stuff. But that don't mean that you really care for that person, that you really trust that person. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. D to Paradise. I know. Cape Town is beautiful, and I know that that belongs to continental Africans. That belongs to South Africans. At the end of the day, even though they're being mistreated and pushed out, that's still their land. At the end of the day, so we can still acknowledge and enjoy the beauty of that. You know, for me from afar. But like people go there and they saying how beautiful it is and all that, it still belongs to the Africans at the end of the day, even though they're being kind of pushed out by these Afrikaners, Mzungus. I just don't want to be around that, y'all. I had to come here to get healed from that trauma of being mistreated by those people. So I really don't want to have to even deal with this whole African black and white situation. I don't get that over here in Tanzania. So that's another thing I like about Tanzania. I don't have to deal with that part. Yeah. So as much as I would love to go visit like Namibia, Botswana, South Africa. I mean, I would love it, but I heard the same thing about Namibia and Botswana. They say it's a lot of Mzungus there, and they own a lot of stuff and all that. I just don't want to see that. I just need a break from that for a minute, because y'all know we're raised in America and they run almost everything there. So I just need a break from seeing all that right now. I need some time, and I want to be around people who look like me, so I can just focus on my healing and focus on just restoring myself and my mind, not being around all these other people that diminish us. They put us down, and they try to chip at our we're in a fight, always in a fighting. We always got to be fighting these people, whether it's emotionally and battling for our dignity, battling to prove that we're worthy. I just don't want to be around people like that, where I have to fight for dignity. I don't feel like that in Tanzania. Everybody's nice. I'm accepted. Everybody's friendly. The people are beautiful. The country is beautiful. And so now Zanzibar is different. Zanzibar have more of a mixture of different types of people. I've been there a couple of times, and I don't prefer it. I prefer the mainland, and I prefer, being, living on the mainland, not Zanzibar, because it's just too many, I guess, white people. For me, I would prefer to be on the mainland. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I need a break from Mzungus for a minute. And I know we get here and they call us that, but the closest thing that I see to Mzungu is when they say we Mzungus because we speak the white man's language, we Mzungu. That's the closest I want to see. That's the closest I want to see. I don't want to see a whole lot of Wazungu. So, yeah. No, Zanzibar is like an hour and 40-minute ferry ride. It's like Hawaii to, no, it's like Bahamas to the U.S. It's like from the Bahamas to the U.S. But that's kind of far. I would say it's an hour and 40 minutes on the ferry. So it's not that far. Zanzibar is not that far from the mainland, from Dar. Namibia is more diverse than Tanzania. I didn't realize that either until I saw a vlog video of someone visiting Namibia. Yeah. Due to Paradise is laughing. Yeah, I just, and then they have some racial stuff. I mean, like they have. Yeah, look at the history of Namibia. It's just the colonizer situation. I think it's because the Arabs over here. That's why it's more Arabs, I guess, over here, because the Arab slave trade was over here. So they, I think it was the Germans that colonized, and then the Arabs over here. But they don't have a foothold over here like in some of the other countries. The Arabs do. The Arabs do, but the white people don't. And at this point, If I could choose family, I choose the Indians and Arabs any day. I choose them before the white people because of my experience. Because of my experience with Mzungus, I would prefer to live around Arabs and Indians than white people, if I had to choose. Yeah, if I had to choose. And that's what I see. Over here, you go around, you see more Arabs and you see Indians, and we all dark skinned. I know they treat the Africans differently, but we all got color to our skin. I can accept that to a point. Yes, I do prefer to live around mainly Africans who look like me, same kind of hair, same, Africans. I prefer, but it's gonna always be other nations intertwined with us. We can't never live by ourselves as Africans, whether it's African Americans, Africans on the continent, African, Afro-Brazilian, wherever we are, it's like always other people living around us. We can't never live by ourselves, but people always want to be around us so they can take what we got. They can't get enough of us. Teddy, hi Teddy. Kilulumo, hi. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. I know we live rent free in people's minds. People sleep, dream, and just constantly think about Africans, African minerals, African lands, African everything. They always want everything that Africans have, down to the melanin, down to the body shape, down to the African men. That's everything. We can't have anything without other nations wanting what we as Africans possess, whether it's resources or our physical talents, gifts, features, etc., etc. Yes, we are very special. We are the apple of the Maker's eye. We are blessed with melanin that revives and restores and regenerates and makes our bodies nice and strong. See, everybody want that. Everybody don't have that. Africans are the only ones with 100% human DNA. We are the only ones that have DNA at 100%, but all the other nations have a percentage of Neanderthal in them. So, Nephilim, Neanderthal, that's Nephilim. I'm just saying. We the only 100% regular human beings. That's why I say I want to live around Africans mainly. I want to live around people who are melanated. And it's primarily African I want to be around. And that's what I've been around for 5.5 years. And I've been so happy. I've been at peace. I feel free. I feel safe. Africans don't be in your business. Africans mind their own black African business, and we mind our own black business too. And so we get along well. Everybody doing their own thing, working their own businesses, doing their own project. Everybody got their own thing going on. Nobody's in other people's business. Only people do that is Mzungus. They be in other people's business, and other nations sometimes they be worried about what Africans doing, what they doing with their minerals, what they doing in their country, how they spending their money. Everybody always want to know what we're doing. Africa feeds the world. Yeah. Nephilim, that's right. Neanderthal, Nephilim, that's right. We are the originals of the human. Yes, we are. I'm gonna cry too. I know you are. Keep your head up. I know you are. Because I cried. Them tears was flowing. I don't know why the tears was flowing so much. Every time I blinked, tears was rolling. I said, oh my gosh, I feel so at home. Teddy said he tried to greet Mzungu 2 days ago at Masaki, and he was very serious. He didn't respond. I felt, oh, it's okay, Teddy. Kilulumo. That's just how they are. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They like us. So don't be feeling some kind of way. That's just how they are. They come with a superiority complex, but they come into your country. They come into your motherland. They come into your home. So they need to show some respect when they come into the motherland. So if they don't speak, that's their problem. They better be careful they don't get something snatched from them, things snatched from them while they being mean. Don't feel shy, Teddy. It's okay. That wasn't your fault. You did your part by greeting. They are not nice a lot. They're not nice like that. Sometimes they can be very not, hateful. They're not nice people. They're not. Look at the Epstein files. They'll show you what type of people they are. Have you heard about the Epstein files and what's in there? That's their culture. So, they're not very nice people. So some of them may be nice to you, but take that with a grain of salt. They're very fake and phony. So don't feel shy. It's okay. You the bigger person because you spoke. It's it's lovely said, why do you say that most people in America are not humans? I didn't say most people in America are not humans. I said most nations. I said every nation outside of African have Neanderthal DNA in them. Africans are the only human beings that have 100% human. They don't have any DNA, Neanderthal DNA in them. So any nation outside of Africa, or Africans, I would say, Africans, they have Neanderthal DNA. Africans are the only 100% human beings. That's what I'm saying. So I was not saying that most people in America are not humans. But there are a lot of non-humans in America because fallen angels run America. So that being the case, I don't know if you believe in that, but demons, fallen angels, the children of the devil, Satanists, Luciferians, Illuminatis, all those are either reptiles, fallen angels, children of the devil, so they don't count. And then a lot of them are Neanderthal. They have Neanderthal DNA, so they Nephilim. So that's why most of human beings are Africans, and they outside of America. It's dwindling down. It's probably not that. It's only humans left in America is probably the black people. The rest, we don't know if they human or not. If they not African American, if they not black in America, we don't really know if they're human because they're spliced with Nephilim DNA, and that's a Neanderthal. I mean, they're spliced with Neanderthal DNA, and that's Nephilim. Or they're, what you call those, clones, or they are reptiles, or there are, it's a lot of monsters. There's a lot of monsters in this world. And America is the seat of the beast. That's where the beast system hails from, the White House. So it's a lot of beasts in America. It's not that many human beings left in there, except for the black people. Those are all, and that's the ones that's going to be dying because they're trying to kill off all the human beings. Somebody said they not. Yeah, sis, you're right. They're not human. See on mine. Hi. A dry fast or a fast with water. I'm not a special, I don't, it's lovely. I don't specialize in fasting. I feel like you should pray about the type of fast you want to do. Dry fast or water fast. I don't know. Whatever you got to pray about that because I'm not an expert at telling people how to fast. I fast, but I don't tell other people how to do it. Some people do a water fast. Some people do a dry fast. I don't know. Whichever one you feel like you need based on what your condition is in your life. But I think you should pray about it and figure out which one you want. They have the beast, Cain DNA, Neanderthal, Nephilim DNA. Right. Deed to paradise. Exactly. And exactly. That's true. Teddy. So, Miss Wanda, you are not doing business with them here. No, I'm not, Teddy. I'm not doing business with Mzungus. I'm doing business with local Tanzanians. Yeah, I do business with locals. I try to make sure that I partner with locals because it's the locals' country and the locals speak the language. So why would I do business with white people who speak the, even if they speak the language, they're not native to Tanzania. I need to do business with a native that's, Tanzanian, because they can get me, they can negotiate and, do all this stuff for me. So no, I'm not doing business with white people in Tanzania. I'm not coming all the way to Africa to do business with white people. I had to work with them in America. I'm not coming to Tanzania to do business with white people. So Teddy, the answer is no. I'm doing business with local Tanzanians. I have two local partners. And a lot of the people I deal with that help me out, referrals for drivers and sisters that help us and interpreters, everything is local Tanzanians. Most of my money I spend, if I'm shopping and stuff, it's with local Tanzanians. So yeah, well, it's been I got 15 people in the live stream. Thank you for jumping in and checking me out and seeing what we chatting about, what we got going on. Don't forget to thumbs up the live stream. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Or if you subscribe, make sure you still subscribe because they've been unsubscribing people. But yeah, I just wanted to chit chat. Keep your head up, said that's the only way to do it, sis. Yes, sis. Nyanga's TV, hi. I'm new here. Oh, welcome to the live stream. We were just chit-chatting about my life here in Tanzania. I've been here for 5.5 years. And just talking about why we're coming back to the continent, Black Americans, African Americans. Talking about the Iranian war, the Israel versus Iranian war. And I personally was asking the Americans, are they prepared? What are they doing? What do they think about this possible, this things that's going on in America with the sleeper cells and the possible attacks and the threats from Iran. I'm stop calling them Iran, and things like that. So that's kind of what we're chatting about. And some people were asking different questions about, we were talking about, white people. And I was saying how I left America because I wanted to be around live more around continental Africans. And I didn't want to go to South Africa because I wanted to be more, I didn't want to go to Cape Town because I wanted to be more around continental Africans. Because I've lived around other people and white people all my life, and I wanted to just live around Africans. So yeah, we were just talking about that. So yeah, we were just talking, and from my perspective, and why we're leaving America and we're moving back to the continent or resettling in Africa. One person was saying about minerals that we're coming for that, and I'm like, no, we're not coming for minerals. That's one thing the Black Americans or African Americans are not coming for minerals. We're not coming for that. We're coming to return to the land of our ancestors, forefathers. We're being called spiritually to come back to the continent where we derive from. And so most of us, we have our own money, so we don't come just for resources. We don't come just for minerals. I didn't come to Tanzania for minerals, but I'm an investor. So we come to do business, we come to retire, we come to, live and just, enjoy the country, the people, the peace, the beauty, the culture, and all that stuff. That's why we're coming back to the continent. Whether it's to Tanzania, Kenya, whether it's to South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Senegal, wherever it is. We're coming back because we're being called back home to the land of our ancestors, forefathers, where we originally sojourned. Deed to Paradise Minerals. We are the right, Deed to Paradise, right. Absolutely. The minerals that were stolen way back when. Okay. Exactly. So yeah, minerals is not why we're coming. We're not. I said maybe the white people are coming for that, but we're not coming for that. The black people are not. Black Americans definitely are not coming for minerals, because it's not like we're setting up, mines. We're doing mining. Some of us are, but not here. I think it's one lady I heard, African American. She created a mine, and I think it's Zambia, but that's the only one. But yeah, we're not normally coming back for minerals. I'm trying to get back, but every time I try to get serious court case, I'm under a, what is God? Oh, it's lovely. I'm sorry to hear that. Just try to do what you can do. Pray, try to pray. Make sure, ask the Father to work things out to where you can get out of there. Wherever you said you try to come back home to the continent, pray and try to work with, because there have been people that had like court cases and they had like felonies and stuff, and they say they couldn't get passports, but they were able to get passports and they were able to travel. So sometimes a miracle can happen and the Father can work things out if it's his will for you to leave and be back here, or go back to the continent, or wherever your home is. So just pray. You got to pray about that. Seek his face. You might have to fast and pray and see how he can work it out. I mean, his will be done in our lives on earth as it is in heaven. That's what we all pray. But I'm seeing a lot of us are leaving to come out because it's almost getting to where it's not safe. There are a lot of countries warning their citizens not to even go to America, not to even go visit, because it's unsafe. It's very unsafe. And it was really unsafe a long time ago for black African Americans, black people. It's been unsafe ever since they stole us from Africa over 400 years ago. It's been unsafe for us because we never stopped getting killed over there. So it's just now, because of everything that's going on and the new administration over there, it's become a lot more unsafe for everybody, not just only for black people. It's unsafe. So if you can get out, get out. Otherwise, you're gonna be moving around a lot, trying to move from state to state to avoid sleeper cells, to avoid what you call those things, false flags. You're gonna be trying to go from state to state. It's not safe in Washington. It's not safe in New York. Not safe in Virginia. It's not safe in Texas. It's not safe in California. Like, you're going to be jumping from state to state trying to find a state that's safe. It's like almost all the states are on a hit list. The Iranian hit list. So, yeah, it could get crazy. Really crazy, real quick. So while the window is open, if you can get out and connect with other black people, black Americans in other countries or wherever you're from, connect with them and y'all group together, bringing resources together to feed each other, to house each other, to clothe each other, to work together. We don't have no friends and we have nobody in America or outside of America as black Americans, African Americans. We gonna have to learn to love each other and take care of each other. Period, point blank. We got to do it. We don't have anybody else to do it for us. A Deed to Paradise says it's not safe in Florida. Oh yeah, Florida got sinkholes. I think it was a sinkhole in a state. Is it Omaha or it's a state? Oh, Iowa. It was a sinkhole like the one that happened, the ones that's happening in Florida. Some sinkholes in California too, but it's another place that has some sinkholes. Sinkholes is happening everywhere. But I'm telling y'all, America is falling apart by the seams. And it's judgment though. That's why she's under divine judgment. So it's not only wars and rumors of wars, it's natural disasters, it's hurricanes, earthquakes, flooding, sinkholes, and shootings. So mass shootings, like all this is judgment. Diseases, plagues, the plagues of Egypt are coming back. Plagues that we've never seen or heard of before, they're coming back. So all these things is happening in America because she's a divine judgment. I know people don't like to hear that. I'm sorry if you don't like to hear that, but it's actually happening as we speak. So if you're wondering why it's happening, it's due to sin. And because the sin has reached heaven, there's a lot of innocent blood that has been shed in America. The Indians, the African American slaves, children, abortion, the Epstein crew been chopping and dicing, drinking and eating flesh. So innocent blood spilled. When you spill a lot of innocent blood and the sins reach heaven, at a point, things get cut off. Things, at a point, the Father just said, enough is enough. And then he pronounces judgment upon a place. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah, just like Pompeii, just like Atlantis. All three of those places had had judgment of destruction, total destruction, and they were all destroyed, completely destroyed. One was burned to the ground. Atlantis sunk. Everybody died. And Pompeii was burnt by a dormant volcano that erupted, and people weren't prepared. Everybody got burnt to a crisp. So these are judgments that are total destruction. And that is the type of judgment that's upon America. So hopefully you will be in the Exodus. It's going to be a second Exodus where it's going to be like this last ditch effort to get people out before it is totally destroyed. So if you don't leave before then, if you don't leave, before while you can, and you be in that second Exodus, you get out, and then after that, hopefully you won't be left there. Hopefully you won't. You'll be able to get out. You're welcome. You know it's lovely. 2025. D to Paradise says, I grew up in the Bahamas, never even knew about sinkholes. America's definitely. Yes, sinkholes are, yeah. Sinkholes, yeah. Whoo, they are scary. You go way down and you ain't coming back up. You basically buried alive. You were buried alive. Oh, can't nobody save you. They so deep. So, and it's like, I don't know if y'all know, but there's some type of shelf that holds America up. It's like, it's a shelf under the country that holds it up, and there's water all around it. So if that shelf that holds it up breaks apart, then the country can sink. It can break apart, float, and then some of it can just sink. So only by the grace of our Father, our Maker, our Creator, that it was put together and held together. But when you under judgment, then he takes his hand off of a place, and then everything devastating can happen to it because it's not protected by his hand and his covering anymore because of sin. Because America is very wicked, dark, and demonic. As you know, the Epstein crew runs it. And you know what the Epstein crew does. And so it's very wicked, dark, and demonic. And then you have the beast system. And that's why they call it the beast system, because the beasts run it. Beasts run it, not human beings, beasts, monsters. So it's a beast system. So people who run it, they're not human. Fallen angels, reptiles, aliens, they all run they control that beast system. So yeah. And the belly of the beast is America. They sit in the White House. That new White House that the administration built, that massive ballroom, yeah, that's the ballroom for the beast to meet up in. Yeah. So, they eat flesh and drink blood. It's not going to be that many human beings left, because that's why it's going to be destroyed, because they going to been and ate everybody, killed everybody. If they ain't escaped already, get out before the second Exodus, get out the second Exodus, and then after that, it may not be many humans left. Then it'd be just mainly beasts, and then the Most High can go ahead and destroy that place. Yeah, I know it's hard to wrap your mind around, to think that your beloved America is going to be destroyed, but it's going to be destroyed, and it's not going to come back from the war. It has already lost the Iranian war. It's lost because it's prophesied in the Bible. This whole war is in the Bible. It's not a holy war. It's just a prophetic war. The Persians and the Medes are punishing the enemies, which is the enemies of the Most High. He's using them to beat the butt of America, which they started it, but the Persians are going to end it, which are the Iranians. the Persians and the Medes, the Persians and Medes in the Bible, they're gonna end it. They're not gonna stop. They're not going to stop. They're not going to cease. They're not going to surrender. They're going to keep going. And then their buddies are going to jump in. Russia and China. And then the U.S. is on her own because her allies have turned on her. So nobody's going to stand with her as she's destroyed. So even the military, it's a lot of military being dying right now. The U.S. military is dying like left and right, but the U.S. is not reporting it. They're trying to hide it. But Al Jazeera is reporting it. The Iranian news is reporting it. So there are people reporting the truth. America will never report the truth because they always try to make report news at a slant to make them look good. They've always done that. They always tried to make Africa look bad. Always tried to make African Americans look bad. But now the truth is coming out, how they really are. They're not nice people. Very dark, very demonic. Epstein crew. The Epstein crew. Y'all read what they do, how they are? These people are dark. Very dark and demonic. Very evil. Yes, you know it's lovely. That's right. Reptiles. With flesh. They have on a flesh skin. They have on a skin suit. They have fleshly skin that look like us. You know, a lot of them Hollywood people in Hollywood, a lot of them not even human. All that models and the way they look, them people be modeling. Those things are not human beings, family. You got to know that. A lot of celebrities and all that stuff. Yeah, they was human at one point. They might have been cloned or reptiled out or replaced, and this all kind of stuff. These people are so dark and wicked. Look what they do. Look at the Epstein files, what they do to people and how they eat flesh and drink blood. So it's not, they killing them, they eating a lot of human beings. A lot of blood been shed in America. That's why it's being destroyed. The Father is fed up. He is fed up with the wickedness. His patience is done with that wickedness. There's so much blood crying out to him, to heaven. The sins have reached heaven, and he has pronounced the judgment because the sins are so many, so much, that he's pronounced the judgment of total destruction. That's how bad it is. You really don't want to be in a country like that. Not only the fact that America's at war, but it's under judgment. And so that means that if it's under judgment, it won't win any wars because it does not have a favor of the Father, the Maker, the Creator, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the universe, the uncreated Creator. It does not have the blessing. It does not have the favor. So it won't win anything. So you don't need to be in a country that don't have favor from the Father, because it's going to be a lot of deaths. It's going to be a lot of destructions. People, loved ones passing away, young kids, young people. I've never seen so many young people passing in my life. Every time I go on Facebook, 20-something year olds dying left and right, or for everything under the sun, from cancer to car wrecks to fighting outside. 12-year-old girl was fighting and she fell and hit her head or something, and she passed away. She passed away the next day. Like, I've never seen so many young people dying in my life in America. Never. It's an epidemic. That's how you know. If you don't know what judgment is like, look at what's going on. That has never happened. I'm a 70s baby, and I ain't never seen nothing like this. I've never seen so many young people dying in my life like this. All these young people leaving here of aggressive cancers. People are just leaving here left and right. So in America, I'm sure it's happening all around the world, but I'm from America. I've never seen it like this in America. That's how I know it's confirming it's under judgment. The sinkholes, the deaths, the war, the administration is tearing the country apart. Like, it's getting torn apart because it's judgment time. You can only do dirt for so long before you are judged. That's the Father wouldn't be fair if he didn't judge America for the dirt she's done to other countries and to other people and to innocent children who have lost their lives being tortured and eaten, and babies being eaten and just sexually devastated. I mean, come on now. It wouldn't be fair if she didn't get her judgment for doing stuff like that. She's getting her judgment because you do reap what you sow. You do. It's true. It's true. You reap what you sow. You may not get it when you do dirt, and you may think you got away with it because you got away with it for so long, but it eventually come back to bite you. Look at the Epstein files. That's been happening for a long time. But it's finally being revealed, and people are finally seeing the truth about these people that African Americans, Black Americans, been saying these Mzungus are wicked, dark, and demonic way back when, and people was thinking we was complaining. Oh, they just crying, they just complaining, they being ungrateful, this, that, that. We've been saying that these people was doing that same stuff to our people during the transatlantic slave trade. They was doing that to our children. They was sodomizing our men. They was doing all that stuff, eating our flesh, stuffing their pillows with our hair, using our skin for sheepskin. I'm using our skin for to make clothes with. Like, they was doing all this horrific stuff to us. This is not the first time. It's just now this Epstein file shows that they're doing it to their own people, but they've been doing it to us for a long time. A long time. So people are just finally seeing it. And we've been telling you, and now you see it. I know you can't believe it, but it is the truth. Unfortunately. So that's why a lot of us are leaving too. We see the writing on the wall. We're trying to get out of there. So for me, I'd rather be stuck outside than inside. I don't want to be stuck in a country where it's a lot of monsters. I don't want to be around them. They eat flesh. Why I want to be stuck in a country with monsters that eat flesh and drink blood? Really? Yeah, I'd rather be stuck outside with human beings. I'd rather be stuck outside with human beings. You might have a chance if you're fighting another human being. But when you are fighting monsters, supernatural beings, fallen angels, reptiles, aliens, you don't have no chance as a human being to survive. Your best survival rate will be outside of that wicked place. Then you got people going on a rampage, shooting up people. You got men killing their wives. You got domestic. You got femicide. You got femicide at its highest that it's ever been in the world. But in America, the femicide is off the hook. I've been seeing so many husbands killing wife and the children and himself. He killed the wife, the children, and himself. Don't just take yourself out. Just take yourself out. Don't kill the wife, the children, and yourself. And the parents. One story I saw, that the husband killed the wife, her parents, her sister, and himself. Like, the whole family. Like, it don't make no sense. It's a spirit. It's a dark, demonic spirit that's just hovering in a place that's under judgment. It's under judgment. The Father's hand is removed. His hand is only on his people. His hand is only on his children. So there are certain select, his elect people that he covers individually, but not the country. And you got to have an ear. You got to pay attention. You got to listen. When he say, get out of that town, get out of that state, you as an individual, if you know you got your life right with your Father, your Maker, your Creator, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he telling you which way to go. You got to have a clear ear. Your spirit got to be clean for you to hear what he's telling you. Or you might stay in that town. Or you might stay on that road and the whole road going to sinkhole open up and the whole road, everybody go in the ground. Because you're not listening. Because you're not spiritually connected. Because your temple is unclean. So you can't hear when he's trying to warn you. Don't get on that bus or get out of that town or get out of that, whatever. You can't hear because you're unclean. You're not righteous. So your life is in your own hands. And you ain't supernatural. You just a regular human being like me. You can lose your life just like that. Any of us could. But not for the grace of our Father, our Creator, our Maker, where would we be? It's only by His grace, and it's His breath in our lungs is why we alive right now. So you got to get some direction, some guidance, what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be going. If anything, are you know, get an idea. Get an idea. Hey, Yvette, welcome. Yes, keep your head up. You know, it's lovely. I've been sinning so much lately with having sex outside of marriage, and I'm wondering, how do I get clean before God? You know, it's lovely. So you can start where you at. Start by repenting, meaning you apologize for living a life of sin. Find out what you're supposed to do, how to follow, be righteous, live holy. If you ain't married, you shouldn't be sleeping around until you're married. Get your life clean so he can answer you. You can hear from him, because he can fix that situation for you with the legal thing. But if you're in sin and unrighteous, then he for what? He's not even going to hear your prayer. The Bible says he don't even hear he don't hear the prayers of the unrighteous, or the one that's in sin, in committing iniquity. So first of all, you got to apologize for this lifestyle and get out of it. Get out of this, whatever you're doing that's sinful, unclean, and tell him, help me. If you can't get out of it, tell him, I need your help. Can you show me how to get out of this? I want, get my life right, and I want to get out of this situation so I can go back home. So I need your help. Father, forgive me for this, whatever I'm doing, sleeping around or whatever. Father, I need your help. If I'm weak, give me the strength, and I will live for you. I need to hear from you. Speak to me in my dreams. Because he can speak to you when you sleep. Ask him to speak to you in your dreams. He can speak to you when you're awake too, but he can give you dreams too. So Father, I need you to speak to me. I want to live for you. I want to get you a Bible. Read it. The word is powerful. It will change you. You might have to fast. Maybe fast, like, you can just drink water. Fast for a day, maybe 2 to start. Don't eat food for one day and just drink water, just to try to get the flesh under control. You got to get the flesh under control, but it's possible. It's not too late. As long as you're alive, it's not too late to ask the Father for forgiveness and for him to give you direction and show you which way to go. But you got to have clear mind and be pure of sin. You got to get the sin out your life, because these are the last days, and your relationship with the Father is the most important thing, because he's the only one that's going to protect you in times like this. He's the only one that's going to make sure you're in the right place and keep you safe from hurt, harm, and danger and all this stuff that's going on. Repent, yes. Also been subscribing to praying to different. Oh, I thought Jesus was human sacrifice, and so I turned away from Christian. No, I'm trying to get back. I had renounced Jesus, and I'm so. Just repent. It's lovely. Just repent and just ask the Father to, cleanse you. You want to start fresh. You may want to fast and just say, apologize for everything. Tell him everything you did. Make sure you mention with your mouth everything you did. Everything you're saying right now. Just make sure you confess. Make sure you confess with your mouth. I did this. I worship other idols. I worship other gods. I put other gods before you. I'm so sorry. I was so wrong, and I repent. I want, please forgive me. I want to come back to you. I ask you to cleanse me and change me, help me, get you a Bible, ask him to show me in your word, which, direct me in reading to where I can, learn, and I could, learn more, have an understanding of accepting you and your son, the Messiah. Some people call him Jesus Christ. Some people call him his Hebrew name. So his son, in the Bible. So don't listen to men. You listen to the Father. You cry out to him, because he's the only one that can forgive you. He can heal you. He can restore you. He can do all of that. But you just have to go to him and say, Father, I'm sorry. I sinned. I stepped away. I fell off. I worship idols, whatever you did. And so It's not too late as long as you're still alive. I know you know it's lovely. It can happen to we human, but if you could catch yourself and you could just turn your life around and say, Father, I fell off. I'm sorry. Talk to him just like you talk to anybody. Don't feel like you got to be so super spiritual. Just talk to him like I talk to the Father, like just a normal person. Father, thank you for this day. I thank you for bringing me out of America and bringing me to the continent and blessing me and providing for me. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm sorry that I did A, B, C, and D. I fell off. I did whatever I did. I'm so sorry. Please give me the strength. And he will do that. He will do that, because the scriptures say that if you will cry out, if you seek his face, if you knock and the door should be open unto you. Like if you seek his face, he will draw nigh. You draw to him, he'll draw nigh to you. So that you have taken the time to hear me. Yes, just apologize and just ask the Father, tell him what you did, and ask him. You got to talk to him, because at the end of the day, he's the one that has to, he's the one that has to forgive you and heal you and all that. It's your personal relationship with him. So you have to go to him and confess and pray, and hopefully, things will work out for you in your life. So that's the most, I can say. But as long as you're still alive, you have a mouth, and, I say cry out to him. Fast, maybe at least a day. If you can fast, if you can't go without water, at least drink water. But fast to put your body under submission and just cry out to him. On bended knee, cry out. Father, have mercy. Cry out. I turned my back on you. I worship idols. I renounced you. I did whatever you did. Father, have mercy. That's what you say. Father, have mercy. So, but yeah, so thank you so much, you guys, for jumping in. And hopefully you have gotten something out this live stream, and hopefully you are encouraged, and hopefully you're making plans and you're understanding what the future is looking like in America. It's not looking bright. It's looking kind of bleak. They're going to make sure you never know how many of the military have died and been killed in combat, and they're constantly sending people out, and they're not going to give you the true number. But it's really, really, really sad, because they're dying for no reason in a war that we started with for no reason, and our people are being dying for it. And so it's very sad, but people warned, and we warned that it was going to get to this point, and it's going to be even worse. But it's at this point, so there's no future in America. There's no future. So hopefully you see that by now, and you're making plans. And so thank you so much for taking the time to view the live stream. Don't forget to thumbs up the live stream. Share it with someone that you think that it'll encourage. And so I guess I'll end the live. Thank you so much for taking the time to check me out. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next live stream or the next video. I'll do another video in the next couple of days. So I'm going to say shalom, salama, peace, family. See you guys in the next one. Shalom.